Oh, what has our passive income community found? Well, I'm going to cover a few opportunities that has passed our due diligence checklist with flying colors. Now, obviously, there's risk with any investment, but if you spend a little bit more time doing due diligence on these companies, you can really align yourself with legitimate, sustainable companies instead of the many scams out there. So, I'm not going to go through these in any particular order, but what I am going to do is cover one right off the bat. It's clearly showing through the experience of Intelligence Prep Capital, COTP, these different companies that having control of your money 100% of the time is worth a lot. And so I'm going to start there with you guys. Now, there's so many good things that I could say about this company, but I'm just going to cover some of the highlights. I will get into each one of these companies separately in more detail in future videos. But here, number one, this is vastly important. You are not turning over your funds to Eazybot for them to trade or have control of and hoping they pay you back. As we've seen over the past few months and programs, and that's vastly important. The ownership is some of the most open, transparent, and professional group I've ever seen, and they're absolutely a pleasure to work with. We've seen the markets drop well over 70% over the last month, and this trading bot is still turning a profit in these market conditions while we're dealing with a global market crash. It's absolutely been incredible to watch. It's really, really exciting to be a part of this incredible company. And their story is one of pure heart. The CEO and creator of Eazybot, through adversity, created an incredible product here. This trading bot is unlike anything else in the industry, unlike anything you've ever seen before. Now, the owner is incredibly open and transparent. He's an incredibly humble individual. He's almost always on the corporate calls. He's also surrounded by a great management team, and I'll cover that here in a little bit as well. Now, when we talk about ownership and transparency, this company, quite honestly, can't be beat from what I've seen online. The service is beyond impressive. Besides being able to get to know the owner and the management, myself and multiple people on my team have been able to reach out to customer service and set up one-on-one Zoom calls to if we've ran into any technical issues or anything like that. Yeah, they're actually willing to jump on with you and jump on a Zoom call and get those questions answered. um, Quite honestly, I've never worked with a company that provides that level of service before. They also provide and are on multiple leadership calls and different ways we can tap into, get to know them a little bit more, and get our questions answered. So it really is top notch, beyond like anything I've seen. So Easybot is so unique compared to any other trading bot you've ever seen online. Admittedly, the reputation of a traditional trading bot is they do great in an uptrend, but in a downtrend, they either lose money or they're stuck holding trades for a really long time. And Easybot touts the ability to sustain a 50% drop in the market. That's pretty a pretty unique statement that they're making, right? So, what we're going to do is we're going to jump over and I'm going to show you live here a little bit, just real quickly, on what it's done on my accounts. And I think you guys are going to be really impressed. Okay, guys, so I just want to cover how Eazybot has performed for me since I've gotten involved. I want to cover this in a little bit of detail. And I think you're really going to be impressed. Now, just for time constraints, I am going to cover just one coin here, AAVE. Now you can see these arrows are some of the marks of the trades that Eazybot has taken for me. Now, this first arrow here is the first trade that Eazybot took in my behalf, and this is on the April 20th. So in just over a month's time, we're going to cover what this has done. So from the first trade it took, we've went down. The market has went down 66.5%, and still has turned a profit. Eazybot has still turned a profit, and this is not a bear market. You guys understand this. This is a global market crash. So for the fact that this bot can perform not only to the expectations of what the owner of Eazybot created, but actually beyond what any of them expected, it's performed better. And so we can see, obviously, it went down to 66.5%, and the market is starting to retrace a little bit. But as of just, a little over a month later, it's still down 46%. So now, just for time constraints, I'll just quickly explain. You might wonder if you've never traded, if you've never been on the markets, how can the bot be earning a profit in such a down market? And basically, what it's doing is it's buying low and it's selling high. All these little dips that drop down: buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. And that's what it's doing the entire time, completely on autopilot, you guys. We don't have to do anything. We set up this bot and let it go to work for us. It's incredible. The trading strategy that's being implemented here on autopilot would be hours of work of you staring at these charts hours a day to do what the bot is doing automatically for us. It's really, really incredible when you understand. So if we jump over here to Eazybot real quick, you can see on my AAV coin, this is the bot running for me right now off of an original $730 that I started this coin with. I've profited 36.02, which is almost 6% in just over a month, in a market that's crashed by 66%. So that's incredible. So imagine, you guys, as we think about potentially what this bot could do when the market starts to stabilize, like it potentially is right now, and if we go into an uptrend, imagine what that will look like. So this is an absolutely incredible opportunity with incredible openness and transparency. I am going to jump over real quickly here and show you on the subject of transparency how you can get to know the ownership, get to know the management. They have a whole channel of videos that you can really get to know them and their hearts. Let me jump over to that real quick. Okay, so if you can see here. Once you join Eazybot, you'll get access to the community, you'll get access to this channel. I'm even going to share this in the link below this video if you really want to get to know the owners, know the management. They're very open, transparent. This is Mohammed, as I showed you, covering the details of the trading and answering questions for the community here just a couple of days ago. We have Coach Ken, a lot of really great, we got Breezy, a lot of really great people, very open, transparent. Again, like I point out, you can see their launch event in Dubai where you got to meet the entire panel, everyone heavily involved. So this is an incredible community. I can't say enough about the experience that we've had so far with Eazybot. And we absolutely believe this is going to be a legacy company to be a part of. Novatech is a Forex and cryptocurrency trading hedge fund company. Now, they started in June of 2019, and since then, they have a flawless track record of paying since launch. Now, Novatech's ownership is open and transparent. While we reflect on a due diligence checklist that we went over earlier, this company checkmarks all of these boxes. The owners are very involved with the day-to-day, even to the point of doing the majority of the business presentation themselves. When we talk about their track record of success, they've had over 4 years of never missing a payment to their affiliates, which is really incredible and really unique in the space that we're in. They're like you and me. They were sick and tired of being scammed over and over again from the many scams that are online. And so from that, Novatech was born. So it is a real privilege to get to work with them. And I encourage you to go watch some of their presentation. They're easily found on YouTube. And then I will be doing presentations on this company as well in the future. Now, one of the really impressive things, especially if you're one like us who experience Intelligence Prime Capital, is this company does not trade Forex for US members. They're very open about the legal hoops that companies have to jump through to actually get the licenses that they would need to trade Forex. So for US members, they trade cryptocurrency only. So this is direct proof that they're following the law here in the US. And this fact alone points to the possibility of this company having long-term success. And it is absolutely a no-brainer to be a part of. Through access to their PAM accounts, we've seen an ROI on autopilot of anywhere from 0.5% to 4% per week. Now, just showing more of their top-notch class, they don't make any guarantees of ROI like we see in this industry quite a bit, admittedly. What they do is they direct you to the back office to where you can see their trading history since they launched. Now, and they make sure you understand that past performance is not a guarantee of future results, but at least you can get an idea of what they've been able to accomplish since they came about, which is really exciting. And so here in a minute, I'll jump into the back office and I'll show you that, and I'll show you what my results have been like thus far. So why are they different? I want to cover a couple of really unique aspects to this. A big one here is no expiration dates. So if you've been in the industry for a while, if you use different trading platforms, they're always expecting you to put in new money. That's not how trading works, you guys. As long as you have a portfolio, you should never have to put new money into that system. Of course, unless you're upgrading or putting more in to your trading balance, that makes sense. But the expectation to continually put new money in is a sign of a scam. So it's really cool to see how they handle that. Access to your capital is another really great, really unique opportunity here. Now, for the first 90 days, if you do want to withdraw everything, there is a 15% fee that they charge for that. And that's purely to cover the commissions that are going up to your upline. Okay. So after the 90-day mark, you can build this up to any point. You can even bring in money later. After that 90-day period, and there's no fee, no hold, you can withdraw everything at any time. So it really is like building a savings account that you can walk away with everything at any point. And then no earnings cap, so you never have to worry about building up your portfolio and worry about whether this company is going to be ethical and pay you or not. So this is a very unique, really exciting opportunity to be a part of. But what I want to do is I want to jump over to the back office and I want to show you some of the trading results per week that they've had and kind of how it's went for me up to this point. Okay, guys, so I said that I would take you into the back office here of Novatech and show you some of the history and some of the results that they've had here since I've been involved anyways. And so what you want to do once you get signed up and you're in here in your back office in Novatech, you want to come down here to performance reports. And as mentioned, as I showed already, obviously, we've had, some pretty rough past 2 or 3 weeks, well over a month on the markets of, huge dips in the markets, things like that. But we can see here, we've had a little bit lower than normal on our ROI. But think about that. Think about the huge dip that I showed you just on the one coin, and they were still able to do a 1.38% ROI for that week. I mean, not bad. We saw just over 0.5% the week before, and that's when things really took a huge dive. Admittedly, I did not expect to see any profits from Novatech that point. Those conditions are very, very difficult to trade in, you guys. But as we go back, we can see an average 2.8 over 3%, 3.71. So as I had mentioned before, we're seeing anywhere from 0.5% to upwards of 4% ROI per week through this company. So it's absolutely incredible. But let me take you over and show you kind of what I've earned on the trading side. Let me head back over here. So we want to go over to my back office. Okay, so you can see here off an original $500 trading balance, I have earned some commissions from referrals. But off that original 500 and those commissions over the past about month and a half, I've earned about 72.64 off of this account so far. So really great. It's earned me about 10% so far, which is pretty good after considering it's only been about a month and a half, and considering where the markets are at. So imagine as the markets start to turn around and the companies I'm introducing you to here, how well they're going to do over the next few years. So really exciting stuff, you guys. Now, there's a lot I really like about this company, from the transparency to the marketing and the systems, right down to some of the people that are involved. So let's get into it. Now, we had already talked about if a company claims to have a physical location, that you need to take the time to verify whether that's true or not. Now, obviously, if you're doing your research on a company, you cannot readily find the information of a location or an office, that definitely can be a red flag for you. But the great thing with here with Xifra is there's multiple locations around the world, and some of them even have a video walkthrough where they show you their offices. So it's a really great, comfortable feeling. They cover a lot of things that. Are red flags in a traditional business, but they cover these right away. So it's really exciting to see. Now, if you look down into the description of this video, you can go to my Xifra marketing page. And what really impressed me about this company is that they did everything right. They covered the common objections that we see when we're introducing people to an opportunity. There, if you scroll down to the bottom of that page, you can find where there's videos where they show the offices. They introduce you to the trading group. Everything's done really well here. So it's very obvious that this is a real company backed by a lot of money and that they have a global presence. So this is exactly the type of openness and transparency I'm talking about when you're looking for an opportunity online. Now, admittedly, I don't know a lot about the board of directors yet, but what I can say is you either love or hate Amway. Some of the team that have come together for this company are from Amway, and Amway did a lot of things right. But what I'm really loving about this industry is it's becoming extremely obvious that people are over the business model of going and trying to sell some product to your friends or family or try to pressure them into joining you into a business. It's very clear at this point that people want to join a company and start making money from day one instead of spending money from day one. And so this is exactly what Xifra has done. Now, when we talk about leadership in a company, we couldn't have a more renowned person at the helm of our leadership training than John Maxwell. Now, if you don't know who he is a world renowned leadership mentor and author. You can go ahead and Google him and do some research. You can go order his books off of Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Now, people at this level, they don't align themselves with a company unless it's top notch and very legit. So, having him aboard with Xifra speaks volumes to the legitimacy of this company. And I 100% believe that this will be a legacy company that we can be proud to be involved with for the next 10 to 20 years. It's going to be incredible. Now, as we've discussed in our due diligence checklist, we want to make sure that these companies, we can verify their income streams. It's vastly important. And Xifra has quite a rap sheet, actually, when it comes to different income streams that they can pull from. Decentra University is going to be, John Maxwell is going to be at the helm of a lot of that information. So that's going to be an income stream. We don't know. That's just coming into place now. We don't know how much that's going to impact Xifra as a whole. They have hemp farming that they're into. They do real estate. The crypto pool is what you and I would be getting involved with right now with the group of traders. I'll cover that here in a second. And there's a couple other things that they have plans for the future. So there's many sources of income with this company. So, this is important to look in and to verify that, a company can sustain what they're offering, and we'll be covering what the payouts are like as far as the crypto pool and things like that here in a couple of slides. Now, their crypto pools that I'm going to be covering is really where most of the excitement came from, and this is what really launched their business over the first 2 years in Mexico. And what really seems to be effective is using AI trading software, but having a team supervising it. Now, as we've discussed, most trading bots will do well in an uptrend market, but will get stuck either holding a trade in a loss or outright lose money in a downtrending market. So this really seems to be a solid approach to have an AI bot trading software manually being controlled by humans as well. So this has worked very well for them for the past 2 years. So this can give you a rough idea of what you might see as far as ROI with the different levels of membership that come along with Xifra. Now, that being said, there is no guarantee of ROI. As we've seen the markets tank over the past 2 weeks, like I showed you earlier in this video, we've seen our daily earnings drop here with Xifra, and I'm going to show you, go into the back office and show you that here in a second, because this is real world trading going on, you guys. So understand that, we'll see adjustments in what we're earning depending on market conditions. But the reality is, if you follow along and you set up multiple income streams like what I'm showing you here today, even if you're making a little bit daily, over a few year period, that has the potential of becoming life-changing money. Okay, so if we head over to the back office of Xifra, you can see that obviously I've gotten a little bit of commission here from some referrals, but so far in the trading profits out of the 500 that I've put in here, and I'll go over show you the breakdown of the trading profits here in a bit, but I've received 3405 in profits so far. So if we come down here to rewards and click on rewards right here, it'll give us a breakdown of what our trading rewards have been. So again, like I say, if we come down here to the beginning of so my first trade was April 19th, and you can see my first day's profits was theirs. Now this fluctuates. You'll notice this again, like I just mentioned. This is real world trading, you guys, so you can see the profits fluctuating daily on what they're earning for us. And then again, I've seen it as the markets have kind of turned against us a little bit, that the trading profits have indeed dropped down here up to today. So you guys should actually see this as a positive in a way, because any company that you're getting involved with, and if you're in something right now that is paying you the same amount, that if they're claiming to trade and they're paying you the same amount, no matter whether no matter what the market's doing, you need to run the other way, guys. You need to try to get your money and move out, because that is a Ponzi scheme. They're not doing anything real or legit. Nobody can turn the same amount of profit no matter what the market's going down. So don't fool yourself. Be safe. Look for these signs of what's legitimate and what's not. And Xifra is absolutely an incredible company, and I'm really excited to be a part of it, and I hope you join us in this one. And last but not least, I want to introduce you to Paraiba. Now, this company is once again accessible. The ownership is accessible and transparent. This has been a really solid income stream for me. It's backed by a great team. There's plenty of income sources to back their community, and I'm going to get into those with you right now. So as we've discussed again and again about verifying income streams, now Paraiba has a really good ecosystem here, starting with their bank. Now, admittedly, this is an older slide. This is one that I grabbed from about 6 months ago, but even then, they were backed by about $50 million from their bank. So when you're looking for legitimate income streams online, a company that one of their income streams is a bank, this is a great start, and we'll get into some other things that they do as well. So, as I mentioned in our due diligence checklist, you have to align yourself with companies that are backed by real world and undeniable income business models. So, besides them owning their own bank, they also own their own cryptocurrency exchange as well, which is really huge. Now, even these smaller cryptocurrency exchanges can have a daily trading volume of a few hundred million. So you can imagine the type of profits they're getting just off the trading fees alone, just off this one income stream. So Paraiba has their own team of traders, which is as you can tell at this point, nothing new for the income streams we use. But what is unique here is, let's say a trader wants to come in and trade for Paraiba's community. Now, they're required to come to an agreement and provide capital up front for any cover any potential losses that they could incur trading. So let's say Paraiba and the trader agrees that this trader's not going to let their portfolio drop any more than 20%, have a 20% drawdown. Well, in that case, Paraiba has control of those funds and already has the amount that that trader would be willing to lose. Now, that being said, they haven't they've only had one experience that I've heard of a trader actually drawing down to the point where they had to take that money and remove that trader. But as you can imagine, because of this really unique strategy, it only brings the most confident and skilled traders to the team. So this is really unique and really exciting to be a part of this. So again, to cover Paraiba's ways of making money, they're into Bitcoin trading. They own their own exchange where they earn fees off of each trade that happens. They have an online store where people can purchase Paraiba products. And they're into real estate, and then they have their own messenger app, which is going to be in direct competition with WhatsApp and Telegram. So these are just a few things on the list, and they have more to come that's actually not on this slide here. So there's plenty of ways for them to pull profit and for us to be able to receive a decent ROI. And then I'll get into that here in a couple of slides. So one of the other exciting things about Paraiba is it's actually one of the lowest barrier of entry of any of the programs that we use. So you can start for as little as a one-time $25. There's no monthly fees. There's nothing like that. You can top up at any time. To add more to your trading balance, it has to be over $25, and then the minimum withdrawal is $100. So this is a great opportunity for somebody who wants to come in, maybe has very little to get started, but get into something and start making money online with our passive income community. So finally, the payout with Paraiba is $49,999 and less is 0.3% paid out daily, 4 days a week. And then over 50,000 is 0.5% daily, 4 days a week. Now you might wonder, 4 days a week, that seems a little low compared to some of the other things that we've seen online. But the reality is, as we look at the industry, we look at what's happened with the down markets and things like that. This is sustainable and built for long-term payouts. And what I will say is Paraiba, even over this last 2 to 3 weeks, has lowered their limits to a $5,000 a day withdrawal, right? So where we've seen other companies completely bail here recently, or some are struggling to pay their members, Paraiba is right on track and only temporarily lowering their payouts. And that's because of the sustainability of the amount that they're paying out per month. So this is absolutely an incredible opportunity. And please reach out to me if you have any questions on this or anything else that we've talked about here today. So there we have it, guys. And hopefully today I've given you a little bit of motivation. Hopefully, my goal with today's video was to give you a little bit of feeling and understanding that if you've experienced COTP, Intelligence Prime Capital, SwapNext, the list goes on, or any of the many scams that are out there, understand that it takes failure upon failure to reach success. And here's just a few examples of famous people that pushed through adversities until they became successful. Okay, you guys. So understand that this is a learning process and a growing process that we all have to go through. And it's the people who fight through those failures and push forward will find success long term. And so hopefully some of you've got some value out of this video, whether it's just the breakdown of how we identify the companies that we use for success, or hopefully you've seen some value in some of the companies that I've brought and I've shown you today. Please feel free to reach out to me. Description below will be links where you can go learn more about each one of these companies and sign up as well if you're ready to step away from the scams. The worst thing you could do, guys, in closing, is leave something that something like a COTP or something that's been that you've that scammed you, right? And step into something just like it. You have to learn from these mistakes, and you have to move on to more legitimate, solid income streams with a track record. And hopefully, here, me and my passive income community, we can help you find those right projects. So, thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.